It's Cheryl, and today I am going to do something I'm kind of calling to myself at least Trial and Error Tuesday. I was doing a page in my collage journal, and I decided, since I had saved various magazine cutouts of jewelry, that I was going to call it my bling page. And then I started thinking, boy, maybe I'd like a blingy background. Well, we all know the trouble with blingy backgrounds. You either use glitter and glue and you make a huge mess, which I don't recommend, or you can use glitter paper. And I don't know if this is showing the glitter. I don't know if there's a glare in my craft room. The mess that was formerly known as my craft room, and believe me, it's a mess. But my window face was the north, so I'm still having lighting issues. I will get it. Anyway, so I was like looking and I'm like, this is such a pretty color. I'm sorry about the glitter. I'll try to keep it down. Pretty color glitter paper. But the problem with glitter paper, as we all know, is glitter paper is extremely thick. So that got me to thinking about when you use cardboard, a lot of us anyway, when we use cardboard, like in our journals, maybe there's something up, an advertisement or something, or a tag you want to use that was packaging. It's really heavy. So you peel the backing. I thought, will this work? Can I emboss glitter paper? I don't know where this thought came from. It just came out of the blue. So I peeled this piece. It wasn't a real thick piece because this is a really fine glittery paper where it's not raised up and stuff. Of course, if you have something like this, it's probably not going to work because these are actual little pieces of the plasticky glitter stuff. And even cutting it, they fall off. So I'm pretty sure this kind like this is not going to work. I'm not even going to try it because it's just going to waste everybody's time. This, however, this real fine glittered paper, the backing peeled really nicely, and you can see it almost peeled down to the glitter, which gives me another idea which might be for a future video. I chose, and I'm gonna peel this one right now. If you just kind of work at the corner, just kind of just flick it with your finger or whatever you want to call that, the backing will start to peel off. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to zoom in too far. The backing will start to peel off of it. And then if you just slowly and carefully peel, you can get it off. Now this might have an extra layer backing because this is a medium thickness that I'm using here. And, oh, well, that came off, huh? I don't know if it's possible on this to peel it down any farther or not. It's still really stiff compared to the blue, which is pretty pliable now. This is still rather stiff. And then I have a piece that is even stiffer than the other. And I'm gonna, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna try not to make this run too long, but we'll see what happens. I have got so much junk I can't even craft up here, so I'm working on a project. I've been going back and watching a lot of the people that I've watched in the past and rewatching some of their videos. And Shannon Green, back to Shannon because she's just that creative and talented. I love the lady. And she did this humongous journal. And so I recently was at a little thrift store in Madison and I picked up 4 of the old Life magazines. She had a couple boxes of them. She only wanted $1 a piece, and these were out of the 60s. And so this gave me this crazy idea to do this gigantic journal. Because, I mean, this stuff is gone forever, you know. You throw it out, you trash it. It's gone forever. And so, besides, like I said, I've just recently discovered how much I like just gluing stuff in. So I guess it's going to be more like a glue book. It's not going to be a collage journal. Anything like that. There may be some pages, but I've put the cutoff at 1974 because 1975 issued in disco, and disco just ruined the world, in my opinion. I'm sorry if you like disco. Not a fan. Anyway, oh, this one's peeling really easy, see? And this one is peeling down super, super duper thin, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, so I put the cutoff date at 1974. I collect Vintage Barbie. They cut off at 73. I thought about it, but 74 was still kind of cool because then we had all the, the living off the land back to that thing. And The advertisements and some other things in there are really, really cool. And this obsession kind of started when I bought a 1968 McCall's magazine at the same thrift store. And I got that one for $2, and now they've upped them anywhere from $5 to $15. So I don't know if I'll be buying there anymore. But yeah, and it's just a bygone era. So this can only have magazine articles from 1974 back, as far as I can get magazine articles or whatever I'm looking for. Anyway, let's get on with this. So we're gonna see if it's impossible, or impossible. It probably is impossible. If it's possible to actually emboss on this cardstock. And if you give me a sec here, I'm just going to peel this because I should have done this before the video started. I didn't. Now see, I'm just this really thick stuff I just peeled. The first layer is coming off, and it comes off really super easy. The little piece, they both came off all at once. So obviously there's like multiple layers. And I mean, this is really more like a cardstock than a paper, but I call it a paper. The deal is, now I can't get this one to peel like that. Well, this one may not get used. I was going to see if it was possible to emboss over something with a pattern to it, and how thick of cardstock would peel. So by that little tiny piece I cut off, we do know that this will peel down to a very thin layer. And I'm assuming this also would peel down to a thin layer if I can get the layers separated enough. So I'm just going to try to do this. And you want to peel kind of slow. At least with the blue, it came off in pieces. And then I started seeing the paper coming through the backing. So I didn't want to pull too hard or too fast. Okay, this is peeling, but it's, yeah, see, it did that. I don't know if you can see it since it's white, but this right here is still the paper, and this is what's come off. It's rough looking. So I'm just going to grab and keep peeling on this one. This one is really still very stiff. So if I can't in the next few minutes get this back, another layer of backing pulled off, we're just going to go ahead and run it through. Hopefully not wreck my Kettlebug. It can handle quite a bit. I've accidentally tried to shove something too heavy through it before. I don't recommend it, but it was an accident. And after 2 or 3 attempts, I realized I had the wrong plates down. But, okay, yes, this will peel thinner. I just wish I'd gotten all the backing off in one shot, because that would have made life so much easier here. And I'm not using quite embossing folder size pieces because I didn't want to waste all of what I had. I bought this stuff on sale, I think, at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And I'm really a sucker for the specialty cardstocks. I love them, especially the flocked ones that feel like velvet. I have this thing about velvet I always have since I was a little kid. It was so soft. And I just like the way it looks. And I honestly don't know if we're going to get that one peeled, but we'll see what happens when it's thick. And we'll see what happens. And then I had this crazy idea too. This has already got a pattern to it. It's kind of, you can feel it. We're going to see what happens when we run that through. And I have one that's already embossed. So we're going to see if we can re-emboss an embossed piece and see what that looks like. Anyway, this is Trial and Error Tuesday, so here we go. I don't even remember. It's been so long. Embossing was like a fad with me, and I went and bought embossing folders and all that stuff, and I bought Kettlebug, so I wanted to do die cuts, and don't even remember the proper thing for doing this, so bear with me. Now for embossing folders, I was looking for things that didn't have a lot of pattern, but I've got one that's got butterflies on it, and it has like 3 or 4 butterflies and a little, what do you call them? Oh, it's too early in the morning, my brain is gone. I don't know, flurry steels, and I can't find it. I found it the other day. I'm like, oh, I should put it with my embossing folders, and you know what? I didn't. Typical me. Alright, so I've got this one here. I don't know if you can see it. It's got some swirls on it. And we're going to try that with this thin little, we're just going to run it through just like it is, and we're going to try it this way. Oops, I think I put that down because I want to use it. Like I said, I've got such a mess here that I've got a very limited amount of space. Like I've got maybe 1.5 feet. Alright, I think I'm going to turn this the other way because I'm right-handed and I have my certain ways I like to run things through this deal. Oops. I'm going to have to run it through this way. It's going to come at you. And I need to move my bottle. I got my glycerin and water, thinking that if this doesn't work, I may have to... Okay, that's obviously... Oh, I think it's an A, a C, and a B. Don't judge me on this one, people. I have not done this forever. Now, did I get out my C plate? I don't think I did. Or it's a C and TB, one of the two. So now we're just going to dig for the C embossing plate, which should be here. I really got to get a handle on this craft room. I am so embarrassed. I won't film it, but I should have like, yeah, okay, like, this is how not to have a craft room. I should do a video on that. If I wasn't so embarrassed by the mess I have, I would probably do it. Alright, embossing folder is in. Now, it's an A, a C, and a B. That's looking pretty good. I am sorry. This was probably, this thought just hit me, and sometimes I gotta act on them. I think it's an A, a C, and a B, and this is really thick. So, here it goes. Is it gonna go through? No, it's not gonna go through. Well, I don't think it's a C and two B's, because I didn't get to make it thick enough. What am I doing? We'll see. Alright, there's a C and two B's, that's wrong. Maybe it's an A and one B? I think I already tried that. It's not really that this is that thick either, because it's not. I peeled the back. It shouldn't be this thick. But boy, is that thin. Well, it's not an A and two B's, I can tell you that. I don't think. Are you an A and two B's? Oh yeah, it's an A and two B's. Let's do this. Let's get it done. Let's back it up. I want to go over it a couple times simply because bumping things around in my mess here. I keep saying I'm going to do this. Next week, I have like 5 days off. Got told I had to use some leave time, so I am using some leave time. I got some people to work for me. Oh, you know what? This would have been perfect. You can see it on there. Sorry about the glare. I'm trying. You can see it, but you know what? I'm so bright I had the embossing folder upside down, so my pattern's on the back. Oh well, it still looks nice. It still works. So yes, you can emboss on glittered paper as long as you peel the back. Now I'm gonna take this over, and this is thicker and not near as pliable. We're gonna see what happens. I think for this one, I'm gonna make sure I have the embossing folder right. You know, there's like this little thing that says Paper Studio or Therese or whatever kind you have. And yeah, that goes on the top, not the bottom. Live and learn and then get a brain, right? Okay, so I'm gonna try these leaves. I don't know if you can see the print, but it's a real, there's not a lot of detail, and I didn't know if this would work, so I wasn't sure about the amount of detail it would pick up on the paper because the paper is thicker. Now, is this even going to go through? It's going to go through, but it's going to be tough. I love this little petal bug. I don't have the funds for a cricket. I mean, I love them, but I don't think I would buy one. I don't need one on my scale of crafting. I'm not, you know, I mean. Alright, well, here goes. Here's the reveal. Ooh, it's looking good in the embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that because it's so, there you go. So it's looking good in the embossing folder. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah. Now it's going to probably be hard for you to see. If I get it the right angle and don't get any glare. Yeah, it works. As you can see on the back, it did emboss it. It's as long as you peel the paper back. So now that we know that, let's try. Oh, this one, I got one layer peeled off of the tiger stripe. Which, by the way, I liked it at the time, and I think it's super ugly paper. But I will use it because I bought it. And I'm all about not wasting anything now. I mean, I'm really trying. Oh, there we go. I got the corner. Now, is it going to peel? Because one more layer off of this will make it as thick. As, you know, it's not going to make it thin like the blue, but it's making it about as thick as the silver. And I really want to get, I know this is just a thin layer of paper, but this cardstock is so thick that I just really don't want to risk ruining my cuddle bug with it. Can I get this piece off real quick? I don't want this video to run forever, because if you're like me, you watch a video and when it becomes repetitious, confession, sometimes you turn it off. Okay, that came off. I just got to get this corner. Oh, so the snow is melting here. They say in some places could hit the 70s this weekend. It'll probably be in the western part where they have the hills and mountains and stuff. Because, well, you know, elevation plays a good part in it. My brother has said if they want to, I mean, we're in the flat plains here, pretty much. It's just farms and that. And at least I moved to an area that has a lot of cattle. Because I hate cornfields and I hate soybean fields because you've seen one, you've seen them all. Anyway, it's really flat. It's like my brother always says, you know, if they wanted to do us a favor, they could raise this into the state 3,000 feet. And probably be good. Now, on this, I'm also going to use the leaves just simply because it's not such a busy print. I peeled it down. I think it would peel actually one more layer, but I didn't go that far with it. So, here we go. Here goes nothing. Oh, yeah. I need some muscles for this. Ew, I don't even want to go any further. So, we're going to come back out with it. That is probably pushing the kettle button to its limits. That's my thought. I get impatient, so the handle spins. Alright, can we emboss on this tiger colored paper? Will it even show up? It doesn't really show up. It's there, as you can see by the backing, but as far as the front goes, it doesn't really show up. So, you can do it, and it adds texture to it. And these fine glitter paper, none of the glitter comes off, so that's a good thing. I don't even, you know, part of me goes, try the other stuff, and a part of me is going, how much glitter do you want to clean up? Answer is, I don't. So, now I'm going to try this textured paper. I just need to, I want to use the other embossing folder on this, because I think it'll look really cool if it turns out. So, we're just going to stick it in there. Whoops. You know what? I almost did that one backwards again. This already has a texture, so I'm not sure this is even going to show up. And I had my glycerin water out in case I might have needed to soften my... I try to reverse these plates because I get that bend in them, and I try to reverse them every time. Sometimes I forget. I've seen some of these that people have had. They've used the heck out of them. They're really curled up, so I'm trying to keep mine from doing that. Someday I'll buy some. But, yeah. I don't even know what I was talking about. Okay, there goes my mind rambling again. Alright, here goes the textured paper. Should work. And it did work. And that looks really neat. I really like it. I think I'm getting up. That's the glare again. Ugh. My arch nemesis, the glare. The lighting. So you see, it did do it, and it is there. I don't know if I hold it up. I held it up and looked right at the side. Yeah. It's not helping, but trust me, it's there if you didn't see it. Okay, the last one I'm going to try is embossing on an already embossed piece, which I'm hoping will just highlight the gold areas. Again, I'm going to go back to the leaves with that one because I can use it in a fall project. Ha! Right way. Look. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. So, last one, we're going to run it through, and then I'm going to call this video a mostly success. I'm not going to call it a full success because, I mean, although I did emboss on the thicker tiger printed stuff, you couldn't really see it. And I mean, that's just honestly the nature of the paper. That's not really my proof up, but alright, here goes. Leaves on an embossed. And once again, this one I think you can, I don't know, this is glare junk. I don't know, it embossed it. It's even hard to see on the back, and it did. And like when you're sitting here like I am, really close to it, and you're looking at it, you can see it. And it just adds kind of a whole new dimension and look to this paper. So anyway, that is my Trial and Error Tuesday. So I don't know how many of these we're going to have, but they're kind of fun. I guess whenever it's a Tuesday and I get a random thought going through my head. Here's so many of those. It's a scary place, trust me. You know, nobody wants to go there. So I'm going to put my kettlebug away, and maybe I will fall in love with my embossing folders again. You never know. I'm kind of liking what happened there. So, oops, now I'm putting them in with my dies, which is not a good idea, because then I'll go, where are my embossing folders? Anyway, yeah, you can emboss on glitter paper. Sorry for the noise, we learned that today. Like little minor disasters. Just remember, peel the backing, and if you got the thick stuff, peel as much as you can possibly get. It might take you a few minutes, but if you want an embossed glitter paper, it's the way to go. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.